to Cooking with Mrs. Phillips. Today we are going to be making a delicious ratatouille recipe from scratch. So get into that kitchen, get all of your mom's pots and pans out, knives, spoons, measuring cups, because we are going to be cooking, all right? Go! Wait, just kidding, it was a joke. Please don't mess up your mom's kitchen. We are not gonna be cooking today, but in our math page today, we are going to be problem solving using a recipe. So as you watch my video, listen really carefully because it can be very, very confusing. Good luck today, guys. All right, third grade, here is your math for today. I warned you that it can be a bit tricky, so try to pay close attention so that you can get this lesson right. 10.11 is about problem solving using a recipe. The problem that you will solve today is a recipe that just makes too much. So to fix this problem, we will have to cut it in half. Now, cutting in half is normally really simple, especially when you're dealing with wholes. All you have to do is, bam, cut it in half and you have half the pizza. But what if you only have half a pizza? What amount would it be if you had to cut that in half? So here's what we're going to learn today. There are only two steps, and thank goodness there are only two. Step one is to make an equivalent fraction. We know how to do this. Remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. And this time, we are going to take our fraction and multiply by 2. We need to change our one piece into 2 pieces so that we can split it in half. This should give you 2/4. It should look like this in our circle graph. Why multiply by 2, you ask? Well, think of it this way. You've got one guy eating half the pizza, and to half what he has, you have to give his piece to 2 people, which means multiplying by 2. You're multiplying by 2 to increase the number of people who are sharing that same piece of pizza. Okay, so step 2. We've made our multiplication to create an equivalent fraction. The second step is to chop that in half now. So we're going to be chopping right in half those pieces that we've divided up. And if we do that and take away half, then you're left with 1/4, one piece up at the top. Let's do this again. Let's do some more. Let's try 1/4 now. Step 1, make an equivalent fraction by timesing by 2, and you will get 2/8. It should look like this on your circle graph. Step 2, chop those pieces in half. Get rid of half of those pieces and you are left with 1/8. Half of 1/4 should be 1/8. Now let's do a tough one. I hope you guys are following along. 3/4. Yikes. We're going to follow the same steps. Number 1, make an equivalent fraction by multiplying by 2. This should give us 6/8, and it will look like this on our circle graph. Step 2, chop those pieces into half and get rid of half of them. Once I get rid of half of those pieces, I'm left with 3/8. Half of 3/4 is 3/8. Lastly, we're going to do the toughest one. We are going to half 1/2. So follow the same steps. We're going to make an equivalent fraction. But I'm going to think about this. By making an equivalent fraction and timesing by 2, I know my answer is going to be in fourths because 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to go ahead and divide everything up into fourths so it looks like this. Then I'm going to chop it in half just like we normally do, and get rid of half of these pieces. And I should be left with 3/4. 1, 2, 3/4 up there on top. So half of 1 1/2 is 3/4. Phew, I know this is a tough one, guys. And it's so rough when you do all of this work and it ends up, ooh, not so nice. But don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. You've got this. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. We can always clean it up in the end. Good luck, and please let me know if you have any questions in our Zoom meeting. I will also be available on Zoom between 1 and 3 o'clock. Good luck, guys.